My name is Toby. This is my 1996 Toyota Supra. Bought it back in May of 2018. It was just going to be a daily. It was actually the factory white back then, raggedy as. But bought it pretty cheap, so drove it around for a while, blew a few things up, alternators and clutches and things like that, just normal stuff. At one point I got hailed on, so we used insurance to paint it, but no one wanted to actually redo it. So my dad and I, we painted it ourselves. Obviously now it is the blue. So yeah, drove it around like that for a while. Pretty boring until I ended up pulling the motor. Originally it was just going to be a factory swap-in, nothing special, just a GTE. But I ended up getting bullied by a couple of mates and turned it into what it is now. So still manual, but it's got a 1200 horsepower package through it. So like billet main caps, rods, pistons, it's got 272, 274 cams now. Got a G42 1200 on the side with a 6-boost manifold. All hard race arms and mounts underneath, all solid mounted. It's got a Cusco 1.5 way diff in it. So all the fab work was done by Street Race Solutions here in Toowoomba. The wiring was done by YLab as well in Toowoomba, and the tuning was done by Maddock Tuning. Unfortunately, it has an R154 transmission, so we are kind of stuck, but it made, just recently on the dyno, it made 1,029 on 30 PSI, which is pretty cool. So the process when pulling the motor out, it took me about 1.5 years, but it was like probably about 2 years, 2.5 years in the making, getting everything together, ordering parts, and obviously COVID hit and just took 10 years to get things. Finished it, I think June of 2022. Yeah, and just since then, just been street driving it, nothing crazy. I do want to take it to the drags, but obviously just the gearbox would not survive it. But yeah, just cruising around with mates and stuff, and nothing special at the moment. But eventually, so hopefully this year actually, I want to have a Turbo 400 in it, and I want to take it to roll racing and at least try and compete. The goal for the car is eventually 1,000 kilowatt, which would be pretty cool to have, pretty cool to say. So yeah, it's got to change a few things: injectors, turbo, gearbox, intake with a bit of nitrous in there. But yeah. Not an issue at all, just loving life.